Rolling. Okay. Hi, welcome back to the Ivy Grove channel. My name is Meg Birch and I am one of the channel's co-founders, and you're probably wondering
what on earth this video is
and why I don't have my microphone here and why there's not a cover this week, when I spoke to you last week at the end of the Overpass graffiti cover and said, see you next week for another one.
and we'll see you soon for another one.
Sadly, I've had COVID this week. I got a positive test on Tuesday and I'm filming on Thursday, and I have a voice speaking, but as soon as I start singing, I just start coughing. Me and Nick, who also runs the channel with me, we have the track ready to go. We have our cover idea ready to go, ready for me to film. And I've had a go this morning and it's just not happening, and I don't want to put something out there that I'm not happy with. I'm not going to let COVID make us put something that is not up to scratch out there. So I thought I'd have a chat with you instead. So I hope you don't mind. The cover, I'll do the cover next week and it's going to be really fab. Like, it's amazing. We've picked a classic song and we've flipped it on its head. You'll have to just wait and see. I think you'll really, really like it. So instead, I thought about what I could talk to you about, and on this exact day that this video is being uploaded on, to the day a year ago was the time where my first episode, being a part of the TV show The Voice UK, was aired. Also, apologies if this is really rambly. I'm just trying to get through this. I've got so much makeup on to try and make myself feel better, and I'm just plodding on, so just bear with me if it's a little bit waffly. So yeah, a year ago to the day, my blind audition, my first kind of shot on TV was out there. And so I did a Q&A earlier this week on my Instagram, and someone had asked me the question, how do you feel like a year on from The Voice now? Do you feel like it's benefited your career? And so I thought, seeing as I'm not singing this week, that I might chat to you about that and let you know my thoughts and opinions.
To get 2 turns was mind-blowing. I was literally like, oh my gosh, as it.
Meg's voice is unbelievable.
She's very special.
So, I'm really happy I did it. I'm still incredibly happy that I went on. I feel like there's 2 answers to this, and one is career-wise and one is personal life-wise. I'll start with the personal life just because it's a bit more negative. I feel I've become a lot more of an anxious person since being on The Voice. It was obviously a very anxiety-inducing process to be part of, especially throw in the fact that you're like filming in a pandemic. It's nerve-wracking knowing that if I'd got ill, I'd be chucked off the show, knowing that obviously there was a chance that maybe a judge wouldn't turn for me. There's so many aspects of it, doing it and knowing that you've only got one shot to do an amazing performance, and there's no like redos or anything like that. It is a nerve-wracking process.
It's such a pressurised, strange situation to be in. I feel like I'll talk about it more in the morning because right now I'm just so knackered that like I just need to go to sleep. Yeah, this is quite an ugly face because it's so tired. Yeah, catch you in the morning.
But I think coming off the back of it, and maybe this is just my personality, I think I felt so many people had said to me coming off the back of it, oh my word, think about where this is going to lead on to, and this is so exciting, and do you think you'll be doing this, and everyone was like, what now? And I think that is quite a lot of pressure, and I think I've definitely felt it, and I think there being a pandemic the last couple of years has made that sort of worse, because where normally maybe more doors might have opened, there's less money going around, there aren't as many opportunities and things like that, because our industry has just been absolutely turned upside down for the last 3 years. So I think I felt a bit of pressure to like, what's next for me and things like that. And so that's been quite difficult. So that's sort of one negative I'd say from it, is kind of you feel this massive pressure to do something as exciting as being part of the show. I think something else I've realised is that not many people actually watch the show. Coming off the show last year, I had a summer of gigs, which was really nice, and I was maybe spotted 6 times from gigs. People were like, and they didn't always know where they recognised me from, but they'd be like,
I feel like I know you, I feel like I recognise you.
and then I was like, oh, I was on The Voice earlier this year, and they go, oh my god, yeah, I remember. So that was quite nice. But what's weird is you'll mention it to people and they'll go, that's so cool that you were on The Voice. But they'll go, I'm really sorry, I don't really watch it though, but that's sick that you were on it. And you go, yeah, I guess like the kind of era of Saturday night TV watching is sort of dying a bit, isn't it? Unless you're on something like Strictly or a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. Like, there's not actually many programmes anymore that a lot of people watch. And so I sort of realised, oh, actually, this isn't as big of a deal as I thought it was when I was on it. You're sort of in this bubble when you're on the show where you think that everyone is interested in you, and then you sort of come off and it sort of like hits you and you're like, oh, actually, this isn't as huge as I thought it was. So that's another thing. But what I will say is, on a positive note, I've been able to kind of up my prices slightly in terms of like private hire and things like that. I feel like it massively helped me grow in confidence in terms of the vocal coaches that you work with on the show really push you and made me realise that actually I'm capable of way more than I think I am. I think it's made me realise that I would do TV again. I thought it was really exciting, really fun. So I guess my answer to that question of do you regret going on the show or how do you feel a year on is overall positive. I'm glad I did it. But there's definitely things to consider. And if you're interested in how I felt during actually being on the show, I did do a 3-part series on this Ivy Grove channel, kind of when I was in the kind of depth of the show when we were filming and things like that. So if you're interested, I'll link them down below so you can watch. But yeah, I wanted to answer that question, but obviously this would have been way too long-winded over on Instagram. So hopefully you find that helpful. Obviously I just wanted to, me and Nick wanted to put something out. We didn't want to miss an upload. So I'm sorry that I'm not singing, but it would be very mediocre this week. So I hope you do forgive me. We'll be back on it next week. Sending you tons of love. I'm going to continue to constantly blow my nose and probably now take all this makeup off, get back in my pyjamas and chill on the couch. So until next week, from my COVID self, I will see you soon. Bye guys.